Alright guys, welcome to another week of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed your weekend, are feeling refreshed and ready to kick some serious ass. Alright, all last week you worked your ass off to earn the indulgences that you enjoyed this past weekend. Now it's time to get right back onto the grind and do it again for next week. All with the notion that we're working hard on a consistent basis to get to where we want to be. That consistency is what's going to make the difference. Good, hard, smart work done on a consistent basis is always going to be your recipe for success. And today, to kick things off with phase one of today's lower body workout, we're going to do a box goblet clean into box squat. All right, 5 reps there, making sure our core is nice and tight, not allowing any thoracic flexion. Our joints are stacked, core is tight, shoulders are packed. We're finding the seat, not plopping down on it, rolling back, and boom, driving up. Then after 5 reps of that goblet clean and squat, we're going to step forward and do 5 very explosive hinge-based double hand swings. Every rep, crisp, clean, and explosive, under control. That is the standard that we set for ourselves. All right, so to kick things off, good power position, joints stacked, core tight, chest up. Here's what we got. Clean, find the seat, boom, explode up. Two more. Find it, explode up. All right, hinge base swings, here we go. That is going to be more or less strength and speed endurance work, all right? Every rep, crisp, clean, efficient, explosive, all right, with control of the kettlebell in mind. And the way we control it and have good crisp reps, a couple things. Core remains tight to help neutralize that spine, keep it in that neutral position, all right? Our joints are stacked on top of each other so we don't have any of the power outages or the power leaks that are associated with poor form. And third, we want good scapular control. So we want to depress and retract our shoulder blades, our scapula. When you do all those 3 things together, you move explosively and under control. You're going to inch closer and closer with every rep and every set to that body that looks good and can kick some serious ass in the process. So, knock this out. Rest 2 to 3 minutes in between rounds. Do 3 total, and that is phase 1 of the day. All right, guys, on to phase 2 of today's workout. What we're going to be doing is matching up a couple different aspects of training intensification work. What I mean by training intensification work is things that allow us to take any normal movement and church it up a little bit to make it to where you get more done in that same tight window of time. And what we're doing with this particular one is a couple things. Number one, given the fact that we're going to be doing an offset rack step up to reverse lunge, there's a couple things going on there. Number one, it's a very dynamic movement, which moving from forward to essentially backwards in that sagittal plane is not something that you're accustomed to doing. You're accustomed to typically doing just one aspect of the sagittal plane, just moving forward and then stepping right back into place. But combining that requires a lot more coordination, so we're going to work on coordination there. On top of that, with that movement, given the fact that it's done in an offset nature, it's going to place a large demand on your core, all right? So we can't allow any lateral flexion while doing that. So stay nice and tight. That's going to be one way, or another way rather, to really kick this up a notch. And then the other aspect of it is the fact that it's unilateral in nature, all right? So we're going to clear up any of the asymmetries and imbalances that commonly occur with people that typically just do squats or deadlifts in a bilateral nature. So we're going to do 5 reps per side of the offset rack step up to reverse lunge, and then going to hop down and just do 5 regular deadlifts to extend that time under tension and get that nice metabolic boost that having a heightened heart rate will allow us for. So enough talking about it, let's get right to it. The way I want to do these is contralateral work via the step up, because that's a little bit more intense. So if I've got the rack position on the right side, contralateral work dictates that the left side is going to be the drive leg. So nice and tight. 1, step down, into reverse lunge. Step right back up. Keep your joints stacked, and core tight throughout this entire complex. One more. All right, rack position on the left, step up, contralateral work, right leg. Respect this movement because it is tougher than it looks. One more. All right, finish it up. That extra time under tension. Extend set with some hinge-based simple deadlifts. 2 more. Good. Drive an extension of the hips with powerful contraction of your glutes. Whole time keeping your shoulders packed, joints stacked, knees out to help better recruit hamstrings and glutes. Killer unilateral to bilateral complex here. Great way to tax not only your legs but also your core, and do so while getting that heart rate up for that metabolic effect that allows us to burn more fat at rest. So knock this out, rest 2 to 3 minutes in between rounds, do 3 total, and that is day 1 of week 2 for month 6. Keep kicking ass, keep taking names, hands up, keep fighting, keep doing it for your why, because your why is worth your sacrifices.